Hi, welcome back to KR Stock Portfolio. I just want to quickly spend today running through how to set up a pie investment in the Trading 212 app. It's very easy to do. It's a very powerful tool. So here you can see I'm just in the pies section. In the app you can see I already have an ETF plan pie, which I will talk through in another video. But today I'm going to focus on how to set up a new video. So to start, we just press the blue plus sign. This allows us to build your pie. And all a pie is basically is a structured portfolio made up of many stocks and ETF as you would like. So it's really in your hands to decide how to build your pie, and you can be as creative as you like. You could maybe search for an instrument or a stock. So I've just searched for Tesla there, and it'll be really easy just to add Tesla if you wanted to do that. But I'll show you how I would do it in terms of using the groupings. So I press the plus sign. You can see these groupings that Trading 212 provides. So let's say today I want to just build a tech growth stock pie. So if you go into most popular, we'll get the likes of Tesla, Apple. Let's say I want to build 5 stocks in this pie. I'll go Amazon, I'll go Facebook, and I'll pick Microsoft. You can see at the bottom there's 5 instruments selected. So I'll press the blue next button. The Trading 212 Pie Builder calculates the average annual return of the last 5 years, and you can see it's just under 30% for these 5 stocks. That's based on a 5-year historical market performance. Now, that's just an indication. That's historical performance, and of course it doesn't guarantee future performance. What you're now able to do is look at the asset allocation of those 5 assets, stocks. So at the moment, the app has simply divided the 5 into 5 lots of 20%. That means if you invested £1,000, 20% would go in each stock. You have the ability to change those allocations. So let's say I want to increase Tesla to 30%. I can use that slider, or I can type it in. So I've used the slider, but obviously what that has done has increased the total pie to 110%. So obviously I would need to remove 10% from elsewhere. So let's say I'm going to reduce Apple to 15%, and I'll reduce Amazon to 15% as well. That's a balanced pie. So if I'm happy with that, you can see the returns reduced slightly to 29.57%. Let's say we're happy with that. We'll press the blue next button. We now have the option to either auto-invest or invest manually. If you pick manually, that'll set the pie up as a placeholder pie that you can then decide how to invest in it later. But I'll, for now, show how to do auto-invest. Click next. And this is the really nice part of this pie setup. It gives you a value projection based on variables. So the variables are, number 1, how long are you going to invest for? What's the investment period? Number 2, how often are you going to fund the account? And there's options to change the schedule. So at the moment we're showing monthly on the 19th, £1,000. And number 3, you can change the initial deposit. So let's say today we have an initial deposit value of £1,000. That's fine. But let's say we want to change the monthly payment of £1,000. We can't afford £1,000 per month. We can only afford 100. Let's just change that to £100. The initial deposit can stay at 1,000. Okay, let's say, we've got another 20 years until retirement. Let's change the investment period to 20 years. Great, that's done. So on the basis of those 5 stocks and the asset allocations we've picked, we're getting a value projection after 20 years of £370,000 based on a contribution of just under £25,000. And you can see there in the small print, this is based on an estimated 20% annual return. Of course, that's just estimated. They have scaled it down slightly from the just under 30% that we've seen before, but it's still pretty bullish on these stocks. But let's say that we're happy with that. What we then do is press the blue next button. We would then go through a page to determine where the funds are coming from. So you'd need to register a bank card if you haven't already deposited funds in the account. You would also need to confirm where the monthly deposit's coming from. So I'm not going to press that. But really that's as simple as it is. It's really simple. It's really powerful. It gives you the ability to play around with different portfolio ideas that you might have, look at the historical performance, have a play around with how things could look. As I said, I've already got an ETF pie set up, so in the next video I'll do a run through how I've set it up, what my thinking is around the duration that I've proposed, the monthly, actually I do a daily deposit. If we just quickly look at this change schedule, you can do all sorts of deposit schedules, daily, weekly, fortnightly, monthly, every 2 months, every 6 months. You can choose which calendar day, so that's a really powerful deposit schedule functionality. I'll cover exactly what I've done on my ETF pie. For now, I hope that's been useful. Comment down below, are you planning on setting up a pie? Have you got one? What's your experience been like so far? I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, I'll speak to you again in the next video.